when it comes to environmental aspects, we know that the ecological footprint of these products is terrible. And that's why we are also now really encouraging our co-legislators to adopt the revision of the Waste Framework Directive. So it's also under the discussions and negotiations already, and we see that there is urgent need now to adopt the revision because it's also now addressing handling of textiles. It's one of the most famous products which is also bought online, so that's why we have to now very much focus to textiles and to sustainability and also the waste treatment of the textiles. So the revision of the waste framework is already ongoing, and now we are encouraging and trying to accelerate from our side also this work by co-legislators, and we will announce also later in this year Circular Economy Act and also chemicals industry package to tackle these environmental aspects.
Thank you. And Commissioner Šefčovič, please.
Thank you. On the second part of your questions, I think there are several factors. First and foremost, I would say the urgency. So we see this dramatic increase, roughly 1 billion more parcels per year. So I mean, we see where this is heading. And I would say second very important element is that we are working very closely now with the ministries of finance, who are usually also overseeing the work of the customs offices, and we are working directly with the customs offices in several member states. And I think that they realize that in this new very dynamic world, what you need is increased efficiency, that you need to develop digital tools, and I think that we are convincing them or succeeding in convincing them that we simply need much more of the know-how and better coordination in managing these huge inflows of parcels linked with enormous data processing this requires. We, I think, also managed to explain that when we are talking about the European customs authorities, we are not talking about some kind of gigantic institutions. We are talking about 250, 260 people who would, and that this authority would be composed of the top professionals coming from the member states who would be able to work on one software and not on 111 different softwares which currently are running across the EU member states, which would, on top of bigger efficiency, better intelligence, better analytics, also bring quite significant savings, which we calculated at the level of more than 2 billion euros per year if you would have one software and if you would operate it jointly between the authority and, of course, the customs offices in the member states. And then we also explained to our member states that if it comes to the data hub, that again this would be the data which would be then shared with the member states, which would again give them better information, better opportunities how to tackle, I would say, those phenomena which we wouldn't like to see taking place on an online platform, or the products which we wouldn't like to see that our consumers, especially the young people, would find in these little boxes. So I would say it's a combination of urgency, saving, efficiency, more performing IT systems, and better results for the consumers, and especially also better results for the national budgets, for European budgets, and for taxpayers.